Well, welcome back to YouTube audience for what is CLG FC episode 116.1. It is the start. That's right, the start of the off season. Yes, that is the start of the off season here. As McDonald just signed a pre-contract. Okay, good. That was the other youth that we had. Let me go here, and then let me go here. Where is he? There he is. And yeah, it's the start of our off season. Philly beats Atlanta 3-2. Brighton beat West Ham 3-2. That's a shame. Oh, I do have news I need to go over. I will do that shortly. Once, obviously, the processing is finished. All right, there we go. And yeah, the start of the off season. We are going to watch a summer tournament again, as a reminder to those. We do watch a summer tournament. It will be the U.S. men's national team through the Gold Cup. Represents a new record high position. Nice. Record number of low defeats. We finished unbeaten. Average attendance was 138. That set the record. That Ainsdale, Ainsdale is who's currently still in the division set in the previous season. No, 4 seasons back. Sheamus sets new average record rating. That's nice. 7.93. So Snicky breaks the goal scoring record. They had 21 goals in 22 games. That's insane. Sheamus creates new record. 22 assists in 22 games. Record high points total for Earlham Steel Rangers reserves. 54. They beat our points total down there. That's insane. I wanted to snip this and send this to Sheamus real quick. 22 assists in 22 games. That's insane. The low number of draws. Chatburn's 1 draw in a single season is the new record. Which beat our record, by the way. So we've lost some records in the lower leagues, but that's fine. I'm not bothered. Ayo, Madeo, Mambachiayo. Don't look any further. Don't you look no further. Emerging is brought. Wingback, defensive right wingback. Ben Brindley is considered peak. Right now, our right back, I think the right back is Frack. No, it's Parks. He's considered emerging. The center backs are me and Jack. We're emerging. The left back is Frack. The defensive midfielder, I think, is Cookies. Midfield center, no, the defensive midfielder, I think, is Twinkle. And then it's Cookies. So, yeah. AMR is Spaps. AMC is Aquanikun. AML is Sheamus. And then the striker is Snicky. So let's go over to real quick. Best 11. Oh, I don't know about this, mate. Uh, let's change the squad planner, shall we? Snicky's 1, Sheamus is 2, or Sheamus is 1. Come on. Up, up. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Spaps. We'll go Joan Jones, McCundy, Spaps. Yes. The center is a Konikun, hands down. And then we have to do uh it is Ben Brindley. No, it's Joe Jones. Then it's Ben Brindley. Then it's Callum Thompson. Then it's Snicky Spaps and Cookies. AMR is Spaps, and then it's Joe Jones. And then it's Ben Brindley, and then it's Callum Thompson, and then it's Chris Foster, and then it's DeLiviera, and then it's Snicky. M, who do I have at the M spot? I think it's Cookies. I do. So Cookies is 1. Ben Brindley is number 2. Then it's Sam Wellman. Then it's Sam Harris. Then it's Ben Bailey. Then it's Akoni, then it's Parks. DM is currently Twinkle. And then it is Ben Brindley. And then it's Sam Harris. And then it is fuck you call Ben Bailey. And then it is no, Twinkle needs to be number 1, guys. Twinkle's number 1. Then it's Cookies, then it's me, then it's Jack. Defensive center left is Jack. Then it's me. Then it is Ben Brindley. Then it is Tyler Harrison. No, sorry. Harry Norris. I'm sorry. No. Then it's Sam Wellman. Then it's Sam Harris. Then it's Tyler Harrison. Then it's Harry Norris. Then it's Ebenezer Aqua. Defensive right's the same thing. It's me. Then it's Jack. Then it's Ben Brindley. Then it is Sam Wellman. Then it's Tyler Harrison. Then it's Sam Harris. I'm sorry. Then it's Sam Harris. Then it's Tyler. Okay, we're good there. Defensive left is Parks. Then it is Sean Warner. Then Tyler Harrison. Then Harry Norris. Then Frackton Jack. And then the right is Frack. Then Ben Brindley. Then Sean. I'm sorry. Sean Warner should be number 2. So it's Sean Warner. Is Sean? Yes. Then it's Ben Brindley. Why is he not? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then it is Tyler Harrison, followed by Sam Harris. Actually, Sam Harris, then Tyler Harrison, then Harry Norris, and then me. Goalkeeper, that's fine. I don't have to change that. That's fine. Some contract extensions that triggered. Hilton, McKendy, Warner, and Jones off promotion. No problem there. There's our season stats and the training schedule. We're done. We're done here. We're done here. I'm gonna go back and put in Kiseki no Umi again, because I fucking love that song. And in the meantime, while that plays, I'm gonna look at Fukai Mori, and then we'll play Shinjitsu no Dai afterwards, and then we'll play probably Shell by Bana, which is a great song. Shell by Bana comes on, I replay it like 15 times, man. It's just an awesome, awesome, awesome song. Amazing rock song, really. Say y'all. We do have leagues in focus coming up. We are going to keep an eye on how the leagues finish in North America. So just a heads up, we are watching the conclusion of those leagues. Oh, there it is. Okay. Nothing like a little gas. Anyway, squad planners updated. We do have 3. I believe it's 3. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's 3 under 18 games left as well, mind you. So, under 18s, under 18s, under 18s. Sorry, we do that. We do have that league finishing up. No to that and no to that. All right, cool. Say but it is going to take a while to get through some of the processing to finish the season, then to move into when we change over new seasons. So just a heads up is that we're not going to get to changing over new seasons tonight. That's just too far gone, or it's too far out there. We got 80 minutes left of the stream, and that is way in the distant future. So not even way. I shouldn't even say way in the distant future. I shouldn't even say that. It's not way in the distant future, but it's going to be another stream. That's for sure. It's going to be probably day 81 of CLG FC. So you know. Just a forewarning that that is what is going to happen. I would love to get it all on a weekend and just be like, hey, let's run through preseason. But it just isn't going to be the case, unfortunately. Here's our manager timeline. So 2023 to now, we got hired. And then we won 7-0, and we won the title, right? We won, well, 8 in a row. Then we won the title. So, this is the same one basically, right? Oh, this is promotion. This is winning the title. So then we moved in. We got promoted again, won the title again. 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 And now, what is this? Oh, we hit a century of matches, by the way. And then now got promoted, won the title, invincible again, and that's where we're at. So that's where the timeline is at, right? So pretty good so far. I will say reputation's getting there. I'm at 15% now with the reputation. So season review, the new arrivals, Harry Norris from Farnham Town. The season's results, there it is, just the 2 draws against Chesterton in 7th and Trafford United in 4th were the only blemishes, if you can even say that, and the board are pleased. It's a big fucking, I mean, come on now. So, anyway. But we gained in match day and commercial revenue. That's good. So, how we lined up, that's how we lined up most of the time, of course. And the accolades, there you have it, and history in the making. So there we go. Class of 23-24. This is the best 11. I could say, where are they now? Silas retired. And then Sean Warner is still with us. Christian Potts is retired. Carrie Evans is a free agent Tyler Harrison is still with us. Callum Thompson is still with us. And everybody else here is still with us. So what I want to know is that was the first season, right? Uh, Overall, I mean, everybody's basically still with us, believe it or not, because we're going up the division. So there is that. Still with the club. Okay, yeah, cool. Supporters profile. The core went down and the family went up. But we gained 14 more followers on social media as well. They've moved this up to required now. God, you guys are season club visions and expectation negotiate. Let's negotiate. Please. 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 Uh I can't even remove the counterattacking football. Sure. Fuck off. Squad dynamics, there you go. New season team report. Uh I mean, I don't know about that, Chief. 99 that conceded. No, that's fine. Sorry. Uh, let's sort by longest spell unavailable. David Price is out 49 months. Missed percentage. Twinkle 16% with 4 injuries. Missed 5 weeks, and that was the biggest injury of the starting 11. The next biggest for the starting 11 was Parks, and he only missed 3 weeks with a damaged foot. 3 injuries, 6%. So that's not too bad. Uh, Andy McDonald was the least injured, had 1 day, brought 2 days. End of season squad break, and you can apply that advice. That's fine. Weekly staff meeting. Let's go. Uh, remind me in a month. Yes, you can stop. Yes, you can stop. I mean, it's the end of the season. So, discuss new contract with Jamie Graham. 15 years old. See, you have him at 4 stars. I don't think those stats are really worth 4 stars. So we're gonna move on. As he's now too old. Yes, he is too old. Kirk Griffiths is too old. You may move him up to the under 21s. The rest of them, we're gonna move on. Uh, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Douglas looking for the National B license. I am going to save the game real quick because I'm about to ask the board, hey, yo, can we get an upgraded youth level? I'm not going to go for my National A badge just yet. I do want to get that preferably before I get into level 12. And we're moving up to level 14 next season? 15 next season? We're moving up to level 14 next season. So I have 2 seasons left before I get my National A license. I would like to get to a point where as I'm getting into the bigger leagues, the deeper leagues even, right? You're talking your Ishtman Premiers, even stuff like your, say, we're not going to be in the Wessex, but if you would bear with, the Wessex Premier League, which is like level 10, we're going for like a Continental license. That would be nice, you know. Um, Nothing's really changed with leagues in focus, so we're going to come back next week and we're going to do it next week. Okay, so we'll do leagues in focus next week. Uh, Williams sacked by Trafford United. No reason to sack him. No reason to sack him. Really. Um, End of season words. Nothing doing there. So. Oh yeah, Kiseki no Umi stopped playing. So why don't we load up? Here's Fukai Mori. God, I remember this song. So And I remember the other one. Shinjitsu no Uta. So. But yes, we got to get through. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. We got to get through the under 18s league, which Dulwich Hamlet should win. We should finish second in. And we'll go from there. I don't need that you are. Oh fuck. Ah, I have like I have a bruise on the worst fucking place, and it's on the toe of my foot, and I'm just like all the time. So Wardrobe's turned 17 and can now be given a professional contract. Okay, that's fine. I don't really care. He's got 15 months left on his current deal. So, let's go to the board, shall we? Let's make a board request. Facilities. Increase the youth level, right? Or is it staff? Holy shit. No, I don't want any of that. Stadium, personal, networking. Improve youth recruitment would be nice. Let's go for the let's go for it. The board are going to get back to us shortly. I hope the freak they agree. Whoa. Encoding. She tattoo. She got me more of that. Nice. You put this out of reach with a 10. Oh. Dude had 19 versus 17, and he could have put it out of reach with a 9, and he hit a 7. And now if the Italian hits a 9, he's actually going to win the match. And he just did hit the 9. You can't leave the door open like that, man. You cannot leave the door open. I mean, you need to slam the door shut when you put yourself in that position. Anyway, oh, you know, I'm following 13. I need to cut that down because it's got people from the short list or some shit, and I'm like, I don't know why it does that. Like, give me the news in my inbox with players I follow or players that are on the short list. Give me the articles of news in the inbox all day, but don't put them on the social feed. Like, I don't want this shit. You know what I mean? So get rid of these guys, please. Is it Mid Lancashire District League First Division? That's the division we're leaving. So anyway, Fukai Mori, great track. You know what was really good too? Uh the the OPs and EPs to Samurai Champloo. So good. Some of those. The EPs especially. Whoa. The board rejected my youth level. Oh, go back, browse, go back. However, despite the board's initial rejection, level sufficient to develop a good enough standard of player. It's not. The club is looking to develop young players in future stars. Ah, we did it. Okay, look, shit. Hey. We'll aim to make the necessary upgrades to apply our youth academy classified a level 4 setup. This should be approved by the end of the season. Let's go. Let's fucking go. All right. The drums is what makes this song. They're so good. Uh, really. So, yeah. The drum. I'm about to play Shell by Bana after this, and that much the same. Although the guitar in that is really the marquee piece, right? But it's still the same. Logic FC under 18s enjoy big winner from Marine. Uh, FC Marine under 18s. I've got to stop playing around with a fucking toe because it's got a fucking bruise on it. It's killing me. Jack Wilson in the 4th. Ligert Wood in the 15th before Hargreaves in the 73rd and Kavanaugh in the 88th. 4-0. The final. Dulwich Hamlet has a game in hand, and they're 3 points ahead. So if they drop it, we have a chance at the title. If they don't drop it, you can kiss the under 18s title goodbye. So that's where we're sitting at right now. That's what it's looking like right now. In the under 18s league, we did win it 2 years in a row, but it looks like Dulwich Hamlin are just way too good this year, and we'll finish second. So we're one of the 3 teams that beat them. Fair enough, but it's it just doesn't. What the shit? Anyway, um, yeah, it doesn't mean anything when they win all the rest of their games. We'll put it that way. They went unbeaten for so long too. We drew them in the first matchup we played against them, and then in the second matchup we played against them, we beat them. So I was like, all right, good, excellent. But um, we drew a lot of teams in between, unfortunately, and yeah, we couldn't win the under 18s league this year. Doesn't look like we'll win the under 18s league this year. I'm putting it that way. So, I mean, I had to see what it's like, but we're still 2 weeks out from that next game. Uh, Again, the processing is an issue. The database is 200,000 players. It's pretty big, but uh, it should improve after the June off season. We do have leagues rolling off in June. A lot of leagues rolling off in June. So you should see it start to improve then. Um, Shinjitsu no Uta. That was it's a great song. Shell by Robin. I'm sorry, Shell. Yeah, Shell by Robin. Shell by Bana. No, I don't want that. Shell. But this is the one I wanted. It's got the translation, but it's like quality's not great because the video is so old on YouTube. The video is 16 years old on YouTube. Fucking hell. Great track. We still got an hour left on the archery. Oh my lord. Oh my goodness. Um, good. Good. We received 240,000 in club membership fees. Changes to the stadium ticket prices. The average ticket price is remaining the same. The average season ticket price will increase by £1 to 8 seasons. I mean, to £8. I don't know why I said 8 seasons. I was looking at this. New scouting budget. 37K is the initial scouting budget. You can just give me all that money. All that money, honey. Let's put the scouting budget like a um. Oh boy, let that look. What is the transfer budget? Hold on. The transfer budget is 298,000, which I'm okay with sticking this here because the England is 80. So this leaves me with something like what, 15,000 to play with? Is that enough? Maybe if I tick it over one, this transfer budget becomes 200. And I don't know if I need a scouting budget that big, but we're going to go with England. We're going to buy the England and scouting range. So the remaining scouting budget will be something like 50,000 after that, right? So training schedule in the coming weeks is nothing. And the whole reason I say that is because then when I go to the wage budget, we can control the wage budget. So if I have 255,000 in the transfer budget, the wages are only 33,000. We are well below that, but we don't want to run the wage bill up. Great. So I fucking love this song. No go in. Anyway. I want to know what this crap is on the spare computer. Copilot? I don't need that shit, mate. Ain't nobody need that shit. I didn't get it on the update on this one. So I had a Windows update for both computers, right? The old one and the new one. The old one's Windows 10, and it updated with some Copilot feature. I don't need that shit, mate. Get rid of it. And it was on the dashboard. There's like the taskbar, and I don't. The only thing on the old laptop that's in the taskbar is Firefox. The only thing that's on the taskbar in this one is Firefox and File Explorer. So, like, that's all I need. I don't like having a bunch of icons on the taskbar because then when I click down there, I could accidentally click one and I open a program I don't want to open. Um, so I'm like, all right, let me just get rid of this. But I didn't get the Copilot thing on this update. This is Windows 11. So I'm actually surprised they even had an update get pushed to Windows 10 because I was pretty sure that they discontinued that operating system. But that's just me. Ending. What was the name of the song? That's the one. That's the one. So this was the first ending, which was Shiki no Uta. Oh, hold on. It's not the full version. Hang tight, hang tight, hang tight, hang tight, hang tight, hang tight. That's not the full version. You got to give me the full version, mate. Great track. I did post there. Okay, good. I was like tripping for a minute. I was like, what? Anyway. Um, but yeah, we'll get through this processing, a little more of it. It's struggling with the end of the season. Then we will go into hopefully the leagues will roll off. It'll be a lot easier. And we can go from there. So attend the meeting. Like, do we need to? Like, can we not skip this meeting? Let's go on. Just move on. Just everybody move on. We'll just skip through. It's the off season. I have no reason to make any moves, any change, nothing. Just keep moving. You know what I mean? On. So the only thing I have to do is once the under 21s league finishes, sorry, the under 18s league finishes, look at players who are too old and move them out of the under 18s into the under 21s. So, oh God, brutal. Youch. Number 2 seed versus number 63 seed. Yikes. No wonder the guy's getting stomped out here. uh, Survived Milton. Yeah. I feel bad for the people in Florida, man. Brutal. We'll take a look at the added leagues after this. I'll show you what I'm talking about. There we go. Tonino looked to extend Ivanicic's contract. Cool. So, leagues in focus we'll do. Let's look at the added leagues real quick just to show you guys what I'm up against. So the player base is now 231,000. Last stream it was 210, so it's actually increased. All of these leagues are rolling off in June. They were playable, then it was view only. Now they're all rolling off. The exception is MLS, obviously the K League 1 and K League 2 because our manager is from South Korea. The Hong Kong Premier League because that's a personal favorite I like to manage in. The Canadian Premier League, which I'm actually okay with just eliminating that. So we're going to eliminate that from January. Um, so it's literally just going to be 3 nations as playable. Everything else is going to be turned off. I don't want to eliminate the leagues that I've come from. I think it's still nice to have them. That's knocked us down to 227. But again, we're looking at getting into June as the first. I mean, June 1st is when the first league comes off. I think. I don't think we have anything outside of that. I'm pretty sure it's that one in June 1st. Some leagues have already rolled off. Like Singapore, you will not see here anymore. That was rolled off. Um, but we just need to get to the 10th. I'm not an individual that likes to go on holiday, especially not if we still have a competition going on, and we do in the under 21s. The Union have beaten uh, uh, Christos FC in the FA Cup. I'm sorry, the U.S. Open Cup third round. So you just have to bear with. We just have to get through it, which is fine. We've done it for the previous 5 seasons. The database was at one point almost 400. I think the database at one point was 400 or 415,000 players. So we'll get there. Ain't a problem. That was Shiki Nouta. Now whose team? Which was the other semi-shampoo closing. We need to do Leagues in Focus. We'll do Leagues in Focus at the end of the episode. If we can get through another week, we'll do Leagues in Focus during that week. The next week. We'll be a little bit closer to the end of the season in England as well. Our season's done because we're amateur. Ranked 528th in the world versus ranked 26. Wow. And that's only the 59 versus the 5 seed. Yo, that's a massive difference in the quality. reality. But yeah, we'll get through it. And we still have the under. We have 2 games left now. 2 games in the under 18. So we'll see if we can win that one. It'll be a little bit difficult. We had to see if Dulwich Hamlet dropped their game in hand. I don't know if they did or not. We are almost, by the way, up into the divisions that include the cup competitions. Now, a reminder: not all cups are in this save. Um, Pretty much outside the football league. Once you wander outside the football league, the cups become difficult to track. And I shouldn't say, I'm sorry, not even outside the football league. I beg your pardon. Once you get outside the step system, then they really get hard to track. That's the crazy thing. It's one of those things where, like, the leagues. So obviously there's that new cup that's being created, right? The Vanarama Cup or whatever the hell it is, right? Putting that aside for a minute, right? That every level below is going to have that a cup, like the Northern Premier League is going to have a Northern Premier Cup or Northern Football League Cup or whatever. The Ishman League is going to have one. The Southern League is going to have one. Oddly enough, the Northern one does not have one anymore. They've scrapped that one. I think they suspended it for COVID and they haven't brought it back. It's kind of like the Mexican Cup, believe it or not. So Mexico obviously used to have a cup for all the clubs in its nation, like a Mexican FA Cup. They no longer have one. It's been on hold since the COVID outbreak. They haven't brought it back yet. And I think with the addition of the Leagues Cup, it's highly unlikely they will. Um, but so MLS not just ruining the U.S. Open Cup, but also trying to ruin the Mexican Cup as well. Um, but I don't think you'll see an announcement for that coming back anytime soon. Anyway, the point being, I'm losing track of stuff. The point was that you get into the Ishman League. There's an Ishman League Cup. You get into the lower leagues, like the Hellenic League, for example. So the Hellenic League has the Premier Division, Division One, and Division Two. Well, there's a Division Two Cup. There's a Division One Cup. There's a Premier Division Cup. And then there's a Challenge Cup, which is for all 3 divisions. And mostly all of the leagues down in levels 9 and 10 and 11, if they have an extension, an 11th tier league, they have these cups. So they're in this. Those cups are in this save. The step system goes down to level 12. Once you get outside level 12 and you're in the county leagues, like the Lord no, Devon and Exeter League or things like that. Once you get into those leagues, then it becomes hard to track those cups. Because, for example, Hertfordshire, I think it was today I was looking at, has a county cup, and all of the clubs in Hertfordshire play in that county club, and that includes clubs that are in level 9, 10, right? But they're so far scattered across the pyramid. How do you know? Like Brighton, oddly enough, people remember Brighton play. They have a youth team that goes into a cup competition based on where they are. So Brighton and Hove Albion are based in Brighton, and they are based in which is in East Sussex. East Sussex, and there is a cup that they play in. Um, I'm pretty sure the Sussex Senior Challenge Cup. Is that it? Is that? I could have sworn that they. that they do that. Professional, yeah, professional, yep. So, Brighton and Hove Albion, and I believe Crawley Town. Crawley Town, yep, is the other one. They enter under 21s or under 23 teams to keep competition fair, but they play in it. They play in it. So it's just one of those things we're gonna just move on, move on, move on. Or straight move on. So uh, and it's like, well, how do you know what's going? Because that's a county cup and blah 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 blah. So it's just an anomaly, right? It's an anomaly when it comes to English football, I guess. So, but they play in it, and it's like, well, how do we get that recommended or um, represented? I guess is what I meant to say. So, we have to. Oop, I did not mean to do that. We had to think about that. So, um, I have run through all of the music I wanted to play that was related to that, the fuck you call it, Japanese OPs and EPs. So let's do leagues in focus, shall we? Leagues in focus. Let's do it because everything's moving into the playoffs. Let's show you what's going on. MLS is where we'll start. Atlanta United top, DC United second, Montreal Impact now third, Chicago Fire dropped to fourth, New England Revolution fifth, NYCFC is sixth, Columbus Crew have dropped to seventh, Nashville SC is eighth, Charlotte FC is ninth. Inter Miami are not in the playoffs. It's the things you love to see. My beloved Union, Philadelphia Union, are 14th, unfortunately. Western Conference, LA Galaxy is top. Austin FC is second. St. Louis City third. Sporting Kansas City fourth. Seattle Sounders fifth still. Houston Dynamo sixth. The Scum are now down to seventh. Real Salt Lake are eighth. Portland Timbers ninth. Minnesota United is the worst team in the league. Okay. The membership alone wiped out most of the losses this season, but um, Man City are the champions. They lead the league by 11 points. They have won the league with 2 games to spare. They're back on top after Arsenal won the previous season and Newcastle the season before. Speaking of Newcastle, they are second and they have qualified for the Champions League through their league position. They're 5 clear of Arsenal, who have now secured a European place in the Europa League. Remember, previously they only had a Conference League locked in. Now the Europa League is the minimum that's locked in for Arsenal. Spurs are fourth. Villa are up to fifth. They've leapfrogged Man United, and they've put 5 points between the two of them as well. Liverpool are seventh. Chelsea eighth. My beloved West Ham are now down in 12th after not winning in 4 games, including 3 straight losses. At the bottom, go back. At the bottom, relegation's already decided. It's literally just down to the European places now in the Premier League. Southampton are 7 clear of Sunderland, who are in 18th position, and the Black Cats are going back down. Burnley in 19th, 4 straight losses. They're 9 adrift. In 19th, they're down. Norwich City, 13 adrift now at the foot of the table. With just 2 to play, they are down. Sky Bet Championship, let's look at the actual league table, shall we? Wolves have won the league. It was Palace for almost the entirety of the way that led the league, but Wolverhampton Wanderers right at the end. Palace failed to win in their last 5. Wolves win 4 of their last 5. They win the league by 4 points. Palace um, are still coming up and being promoted. The draw is enough to get them over the line. They secure the playoff spots. What a semifinal we're going to get in the Sky Bet Championship. The Sky Bet Championship playoffs, Sheffield United will play Sheffield Wednesday for a chance to go to Wembley or for a spot in Wembley. Coventry City, West Bromwich Albion are the other 2 in the playoffs. But the Sheffield Derby in the playoffs, oh my lord. Huddersfield Town secures safety by a point in the end. Derby County are down on 43 points. They go. That's tough. 43 points, and you go down. Lincoln City go down on 41 points. Reading go down on 36. Sky Bet League One. The Scum win the league by 5 points. They're going back up to the championship. Swansea City 3 points clear of the playoff places in the end. They're going back up to the championship. Oxford United will play Peterborough United in the first semifinal, playoff semifinal, and two Premier League sides, two former Premier League sides in Stoke City and Bolton Wanderers will play for the other uh, championship semifinal. At the bottom, Charlton survived by 2 points. Charlton Athletic. Wycombe Wanderers are down. Walsall lose their last 4 and slip out of safety into the relegation zone. They are down. Cheltenham Town are down, finishing 9 adrift. Forest Green Rovers dropped all 5 of their remaining games. They finished 17 points adrift from safety. Sky Bet League 2, shall we? Rochdale win the league. They're going back up to League One. Tranmere Rovers are also promoted, as is Shrewsbury Town on just goal difference. Crawley Town will play Bristol Rovers in the first semifinal. It'll be Milton Keynes against Carlisle United in the second semifinal. At the bottom, Leyton Orient survived relegation, unfortunately, by 3 points over Accrington Stanley. So that's Accrington Stanley. Yeah, Accrington Stanley are down. They're out of the Football League, Accrington. Ultracham will join them as well. We already knew that from the last one. Let's go to the Vanarama National. AFC fouled. We know they won the league. They dropped 5 of their last 6 games, I think it was. But they did win by a point. Southend, York City, Solihull Moors, Scunthorpe United, Dagenham Redbridge, and South Shields were the playoff places. At the bottom, Macclesfield survived by 7 points. Dorchester drew on the final game of the season to secure their safety. Eastleigh failed to win as well. So even if Dorchester didn't, it was going to be over and dusted anyway because Eastleigh lost their last game of the season. So Eastleigh are down. Barnet are down. Hartlepool United finished 23rd. They're dropping to the lowest level in the club's over 100-year history now. Ebbsfleet Town are also down. Let's take a look at that bracket, meanwhile, shall we? The playoff first round. Scunthorpe United 1-0 over Dagenham and Redbridge. Solihull Moors 3-1 over South Shields. If we go to the semifinal, Southend United beat Scunthorpe United 3-1. Scunthorpe still can't get up, man. They were in the playoffs for 4 of the 6 seasons, I want to say, so far, and they haven't been able to get themselves promoted. York City beat Solihull Moors. We go to the final, and it is York City coming back to the Football League. They beat Southend United 2-0, and they are coming back into the Football League for the first time since 2016. They spent over 10 years outside the Football League. They are finally coming back, York City. Let's see who's going up real quick. Vanarama North. Vanarama North, the playoff, shall we? First round was Scarborough Athletic beating Harrogate 2-0. Guiseley beat Marine 1-0. And then Guiseley went on to beat Gateshead 4-2. Scarborough Athletic over Hereford 1-0. Guiseley 3-1 over Scarborough Athletic. The table, Kings Lynn is coming up to Vanarama National. Have they even been there before? They have, but it's not been a particularly long stay. So Vanarama National, the highest division that they have ever reached as a club, back in 2022. They're going back to Vanarama National as they win the National League North. Stratford barely survived on goal difference as well. Stratford survived, by the way. So Basford United, Colville, Workington, and Stalybridge Celtic are going down. Vanarama South, by the way, let's look at the tree. Worthington beat the Dorking Wanderers 3-1. Maidstone United over Hampton and Richmond 2-0. Maidstone then beat Aldershot Town 2-1. Wellstone beating Worthington 2-1. Maidstone United 2-1 over Weldstone in the final. They are going up the Vanarama National alongside Boreham Wood, who win the league on 104 points. Wow. Weston Supermare had exactly that of a season, but they survived by a point over Merthyr. Poole also going down, unfortunately. Poole Town, Welling United, and Barnstaple Town are going down as well. Where are my beloved Worcester City? Where's Worcester City? Worcester City. We're going to look up them real quick. Two clubs that I am interested in. My first ever save, Worcester City. Remember, they crashed out, by the way. They went down. They actually asked to be relegated down to the Midland Football Premier League, Premier Division. Uh, I can't even select their history. And then they got promoted from the Hellenic Football League Premier Division, and they are now in the Southern League Division One Central. Um, in that league, where did they finish? Oh wow, 19 teams and 4 of them go down. They finished 13th, so 13th there. The other one, Reigate Priory, which is the club that I sponsor currently. Um, let's see, they are in the Mid Sussex Football League Premier Division, and they've been level 11 their whole time. They finished 12th, which is actually just above relegation. They survived by 2 points over Westfield and Balcombe. So, okay. That is that. Let's go back to leagues in focus real quick. Um, the league directly above us, Catton United, won their last game of the season. That's all they needed to do. They beat AFC Blackpool Reserves 2-0. They are promoted on goal difference. Middleton and Overton Sports Reserves lost their last game of the season. It wouldn't have mattered because East Manchester won 4 of the remaining 5. Literally picked up 12 points in their last 5 games. And that is enough to keep them safe. Middleton and Overton Sports Club go down. Litherland under 18s also down. That is leagues in focus. Let's keep on moving on. Yes, that's fine. That's fine. 8 is fine. And I, in the meantime, am going to. Where was that thing? That's what I was listening to yesterday. I'm just going to play it out. That's funny. Oh, 100%. Somebody showed an article of women's Super League figures and said something like they skyrocketed when they went to YouTube. Yeah, this is the last game. Is on that the 12th. So we're moving on. And I'm like, well, of course they used to be on. I think the iPlayer. Then I can't remember where they were after the iPlayer. I thought there was a thing in between the BBC iPlayer and YouTube, but they absolutely skyrocketed when I went to YouTube. And it's like, yeah, sometimes it's about the platform too. Like, for example, I think in America, the Women's Champions League is on beIN Sport. Nobody has that here. I can guarantee you that. Nobody has that here. So uh, there is no viewership of that. But if CBS came in and bought the Women's Champions League as part of their packages, right, I would wholeheartedly think that viewership for that would probably skyrocket. So, it's one of those things where sometimes it's about the platform too. The platform has to be good enough to host them to with enough eyes on it, enough viewership, and enough ease of use for people to be able to utilize it properly, right? So that's where we're at, I think. The board, I've got B's across. I don't know why. We've been promoted 6 times in 6 seasons. I think that's an A plus, mate. They love me on my FM16 save. I have a 90 I think an 81% approval rating in my FM16 save. I've played one season. We got promoted, and we won a cup. We won the Parsons. No, we won the Tester Challenge Cup. So literally just like that. One promotion, one cup. We did a double, domestic double, and I have an 81% approval rating in that game. What's crazy to me is I won the Olympics at South Korea under 23s, and that title alone has now linked me with 3 EFL jobs, even though I'm a level 22 manager currently. I'm linked with Northampton Town, I'm linked with Ipswich Town, and I'm linked with I can't remember. It's gonna bug me. It's gonna bug me. Northampton Town, Ipswich Town, and maybe Salford? I don't know. But I was surprised. I was like, man, all I did was win a gold at the Olympics. And players are still trying to get poached out of my side. I'm like, please, stop it. I can't handle it. So. That's not a penalty kick, mate. That's not a penalty kick. Um oh, that was Everton. I don't know, man. The audio got released to the Everton Newcastle game. I don't know for the VAR. The red card, the VAR got the released, and I actually thought that was well talked out. So I actually thought and I honestly thought red card was the right decision there. Um, I definitely think I mean he did this is the Bruno Fernandes one. He did slip, and I thought he actually made contact with the very heel of the boot, like on the bottom of the boot, and he doesn't. He actually makes contact on the side. So I'm like, okay, you could give it a yellow card. Like you could understand it's a yellow card, but it is still a lunge. And the word lunge is literally written into the law about serious foul play. So I'm like, real time, it looked like a just straight stud tackle. And that's why I understood why the AR immediately was like, that's ugly. That's a red card. I'm like, yeah, looking at that in real time, 100% you would understand where that was coming from. The replay, I don't know. I get it. Weatherstone leads way for Cal. I would understand if it was a yellow card for a lot of people. I mean, it's definitely booking. But anyway, Weatherstone leads the way for Logic FC under 18s. Over Dulwich Hamlet. We played Dulwich Hamlet. Oh, shit. We beat Dulwich Hamlet. I thought we already played them twice. We haven't. Purdy scored in the 11th, but Josh Henry was sent off in the 53rd minute for a second bookable offense. Fallon scored 3 minutes after that. Ben Weatherstone scored in the 83rd to give us all 3 points. We move within 3 points of Dulwich Hamlet. We have a far superior goal difference. So now it comes down to the last day of the season. If Dulwich Hamlet do not win their final game, and we do, We will be champions. Who do they play? They play Marine under 21, so not necessarily a pushover. I'm sorry, Marine under 18. They're actually 11th this year, which is the weakest they've ever been. Who do we have? Leamington under 18s. Where are they? They're 7th. That's a tough side. So that's going to be interesting. There's the autosave coming in. I might do a manual one after this as well because we processed through a bit. It is May 6th, so we are getting a little bit through the days. I know it's a bit slow, but May 7th now even. We're still getting through everything. I'll be interested to see if I get job offers, especially if my reputation uh, starts to improve. Speaking of which, let's have a look and see if they're available. They're not available. Under 23s. We've had Olympics by then, right? So the start of the save, they lost the Asian Games quarterfinals to Uzbekistan. Uh, they, doesn't that qualify you for the Olympics? Quarterfinal. Winners qualify for some, losers qualify for third place playoff. I don't know. I don't know if it does. It might. Uh, then they under 23 Asian Cup does. That's it. Oh my God, these are horrendous results. Syria, Qatar, and Uzbekistan. They drew Syria, they drew Qatar, and they lost to Uzbekistan. Because yeah, I'm pretty sure. Go back. Go to rules. Uh, yeah, I could have thought that the under 23 Asian Nations Cup qualifies you. Something qualifies you for the Olympics. The Olympics were in 2024. The Olympic Games. Spain, oddly enough, won the under 24. Yeah, sometimes gaming imitates life. They won it over Colombia, though. Well, that was the third place playoff. No. France won it over the USA under 23s. Well, that's a shame. Japan was there from Asia. Qatar made it. Yep. And Iran made it. And then that was 2024. 2028, the final, Netherlands under 23s beat Brazil under 23s. And let's see. Oh, I meant to do all groups. Korea beat Morocco. That was it. Japan qualified as well. And then who was the other? Iran as well. So if I go to quarterfinal and I go to tree, Japan beat Mexico and then lost to the Netherlands. So it was a good run by them. Okay. So 2032 is the Olympic Games. And then uh, they qualified by how? How did they qualify? By the Asian Nations Cup, right? The Asian Games. They qualified in 2028. I have to remember this. 2028 was when they qualified. They won the Asian Games, under 23 Asian Games. Asian Cup Qualities Group F, and then they won it that year over Iran. Yeah, the under 23 Asian Cup gets you into the it gets you into the the Olympics. And then this year, what do they have? Asian nations, under 23 Asian nations. Who's the manager? The first match is Saturday, July 28th. Who is the manager of the under 23? Dong Ki Kim. Okay. Wait, go back. Go back. Nope. Steph, go back. And what is his reputation? That's what I meant to say. Can you not look at another? Oh, reputation is nominal. What's mine? Minimal. Okay. So I almost have the same reputation. So we'll get there. Uh, moving on. We got 2 minutes left of the stream. I can't believe tomorrow's Friday. I'm all messed up on the days, man. All messed up on the days. All right. Yes, we can apply that advice. Weekly staff meeting. Oh, that's fine. Let's keep on moving on. I do need to watch as well. I mean, it's May now, so it's not a big issue. But when is the Gold Cup? Because we're going to attend those games. I should actually probably just click the Gold Cup. Now, I would imagine the draw is out for that. So imagine I can click attend on the U.S. games. So we are ready to go. That is the summer tournament we're watching. So it's a maximum 6 games. I don't particularly think it's going to take us that long. Um, you know, I think we'll be okay there. It shouldn't really delay getting into season 7 that much. So there is that. Arsenal have got Champions League. Tottenham have secured at least Europa League. Sheffield United beaten Sheffield Wednesday beaten Sheffield United in the first leg 3-1. West Brom have beaten Coventry City. West Bromwich Albion over Coventry City 2-1. Sky Bet League 1. Bolton 1-0 over Stoke in the first leg. Peterborough 2-1 over Oxford in the first leg. Peterborough 1-0 over Oxford in the second leg. They go 3-1 on aggregate. Stoke 2-1 in the second leg to send it to penalties. Bolton would advance. Bolton versus Peterborough on the end of the at the end of the League One playoff. League Two. Bristol Rovers and Crawley Town drew 1-1 the opening leg of the semifinal. Carlisle United and Milton Keynes did the same. And then in the second leg, Crawley Town beat Bristol Rovers 2-1. They win 3-2 on aggregate. Carlisle United did everyone a service and beat Milton Keynes 3-2. They win 4-3 on aggregate. It'll be Crawley Town and Carlisle United in the League Two playoff final. We do know that York City has beaten Southend United 2-0 in the Vanarama National League final. So it's AFC Fouled and York City coming up. And that's where we're going to leave it. We're going to keep processing. They got 1 week left over in the Prem. Literally this weekend being the final week. On the 12th, the weekend after that, which is the 19th, will be the FA Cup final. The weekend after that, which will be May 26th, will be the Champions League final. we're into the 9th of May. We're going to try to get through the 2 games tonight of the under 18s. We probably won't, unfortunately. We'll probably only be able to get through just see the result for this one because we only have about 18 minutes left of the stream. I am going to snooze the ads because they were coming on in 6 minutes. So I'm just going to snooze them since we're at the end. The U.S. win. I'm sorry, the U.S. Open. Yeah, the U.S. win. The Philadelphia Union win in the U.S. Open Cup 4th round. They beat Hartford United in the U.S. Open Cup 4th round. When is the 5th round? Philadelphia is going to play Loudoun United. Interestingly enough, that's nice. So maybe a chance to get into the U.S. Open Cup 6th round. I would love to see the Union win a U.S. Open Cup for once, even if it's just in the game. I'd love to see it something because they're absolutely terrible in the game right now for some unknown reason. But they're even bad in FM16, and that was like right when we started getting good. So it's like it just doesn't make sense. Like the Union are just poor all around in every edition of FM. They're not in FM10 at all. That was just too early, I guess. But anyway, oh, hello. Did I? Oh no, I have to do that. So let's keep moving on. Yes. Cool. That was. Why am I getting a? That's odd. Okay, I had no idea why I was getting a notification for something. I'm like, I've handled that already. I was like, that's been taken care of. Like, I'm sorry, what? Anyway. Right. I probably go at the end of the track list has about 8 minutes left, and we have about 15 left on stream. So that I think is fine. The youth candidates evaluated. Is it really worth? I mean, actually, we're only talking about 6 guys, so fuck it, just sign them. You know what I mean? Like it's just 6 guys. Like you'll be okay. Like we'll be okay adding 6 guys to the payroll um, for a collective total of about £1,000 per week. Like that, we are what 13,000 pounds under budget right now. So we're okay. We're okay adding those guys to the payroll, even if it's just for a year. See, maybe they can surprise us, develop further than we knew. It's not 6 guys. Okay, sure. If I go to finances, yeah, we've added about £1,000 per week, and our budget. So we're at 21,084. Our budget's at 33. So we're way under. Um, ain't an issue there. Why does it look like the thunderstorm's about to roll into that area? Jeez. Oh, we did it! Holy shit, we did it! Dulwich Hamlet lost. I don't believe this. I do not believe this. Dulwich Hamlet lost their last game of the season. They lost to Marine under 18s who were sitting in 13th place. Yeah, we're sitting in 13th place, I think. And Marine beat them. We defeated Leamington under 18s. Fallon shines his Counterlogic under 18s triumph. We did. It was Weatherstone in the 36th, Fallon in the 87th. I make it a foregone conclusion. But Balk in stoppage time at the end of the second half pulled one back for Leamington. It wasn't enough. Dulwich Hamlet were 3 clear going into the final day of the season. They were 5. That's got to be one of the biggest chokes. That has to be one of the biggest throwaways of a league title. 32 games into a 34-game season. Dulwich Hamlet were 6 points clear. Actually, I should say 31 games into a 34-game season. Dulwich Hamlet were 9 points clear of us. 9 points. We won game 32. Dulwich Hamlet lost game 32. We beat Dulwich Hamlet head to head in game 33. And then Dulwich Hamlet lost the last game of the under 18 season. And we won. And again, for the second time in 3 seasons, we've won the league on goal difference. And for the third consecutive season, we've won the under 18s league altogether. I don't believe that. That's incredible that we've won that actually. It looked like a foregone conclusion. They were at one point, I think, 9 or 10 points was the maximum they were clear of the league. They went the opening something like 14 games. I think they went something like the opening 14 or 15 games completely unbeaten. They absolutely ran away with it. West Ham draw, the Union lost. That is the end of the season. I thought there was one more game after that. There's not. That is actually full stop the end of the season. So, no, the under 18s league is done, and the senior league is done. North American Gold Cup. Here we go. This is what we want. No, I don't want to view the group. I want to view the matches, please. This is the summer tournament we'll be watching. U.S. and Suriname, the U.S. and Guatemala, and the U.S. and Panama. Um, we're going to click attend on those 3 matches. They are at least a month away, mind you. They're not until mid to the end of June. So just a heads up on that, I guess I could say. There's the autosave. We're going to get through another day or two here. And again, a reminder, the processing time will increase as we get through June because the leagues that we have enabled as view only will roll off and completely out of the save altogether. So that should hopefully, knock on wood, improve things for us as we move into season 7. And I hope it does because honestly, I don't have many more leagues I can take off. We're literally leaving the 20 levels of the English pyramid that we started with, and we're leaving MLS, and we're leaving the K-League 1 and 2. So that should help. The players will report back Monday on June the 25th. So we have about 6 weeks. Frack will knock ball past opponent. Cookie's ready to attempt long, flat bullet throws. We've got ourselves a weekly meeting. Let's keep moving on. Nothing to do there. It's the off season, so we're just going to fly through it, and we're going to move on. 10 minutes to go in tonight's stream. I haven't decided who we're going to raid yet. They might even be live because it's only 10 minutes away. But we shall. I should take a look or start to take a look at who is live on. I was going to say Twitter, but I'm like, did not. That's not what we're doing. We're doing Twitch. Mia is live. Could always send you there. I do like Mia a lot, actually. Her streams a lot, I should say. Vivid's live. I could always send you there. She's actually playing a demo game. Man City, we knew won the title already. Newcastle got the Champions League. Arsenal got the Champions League. Spurs got the Conference League. Why is this not saying UECL? I guess because the rate on the coefficient, right, to drop. But there you have it. So, let me actually click and go back. Who else is live that we can send you to? Honey Badger is playing FM. I could always send you guys there. And that is basically all I got. That's any interesting. A lot of people are playing Throne of Liberty, but I'm not sending or watching any stream that's got Throne of Liberty right now. I'll wait to that part. It's just one of those things where a company comes out, they throw the partnership money at everybody, and they swallow it all up, which is fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not poo-pooing it, but it's not a game I'm even remotely close to being interested in watching, so I'm just going to skip over all those streams. So the way it is going to be right now, as it stands, is City win the title, Champions League for them, Newcastle Champions League, Arsenal Champions League, Spurs Champions League, Villa will get Europa League, Liverpool Europa League, Chelsea the Conference League spot. It actually might be who won the FA Cup. That's what they're waiting for. They're waiting to see who wins the FA Cup before the rest of these spots are known. Who's in the FA Cup? Bournemouth and City. So if Bournemouth win the FA Cup, Bournemouth goes to Europa League, Villa goes to Europa League, Liverpool go to the Conference League. If City win the FA Cup, Liverpool goes to Europa League, Chelsea goes to Conference League. And then they have an additional potential spot because of the coefficient. England are leading the coefficient currently. So there is a chance that they also could have 5 teams in the Champions League as well. And that would mean 8th place is going to go to the Conference League. 6th and 7th would go to Europa League as well. That's always a possibility. I'm going to play one more song, and I think I'm going to end with the one I started with, y'all. I'm going to end with, I'm going to play it one more time. Kiseki no Umi. I played it twice. I might as well play it one more time. Here we go. It's a great song, and it's stuck in my head now. I heard it earlier today, and it's just like, it just popped in there. So, who will win the FA Cup is the question. We might see if we can get to the FA Cup final. Might save it for the next stream as well, because it's already 10:20, and I have to get ready for bed very, very shortly. We are into Thursday, though. So, Armitage Francis trial finishes. Al Hassan trial finishes. We're going to lose 2 trialees who we're not going to sign. It's just an unfortunate thing. I don't want to run into the ads. I'll put it that way. The ads are 9:43 away, and I'd rather not run into the ads. So we're not offering contracts to them. They are pretty much done, unfortunately. Chesterton Clark's moved to Folly Mare on a free transfer. That should tick us over. Usually when news drops like that, yeah, the day's going to tick over. So maximum we have left is about 9 minutes. 5.5 is on the timer, so we'll try to get through the FA Cup, see how England finishes here tonight. Possibility we don't. We'll see when we just pick it up the next stream. Speaking of next stream, we are streaming tomorrow. So just a heads up, we're going to play Action Time and In tomorrow. And then we have got Saturday and Sunday. There's no CLG FC back until probably, honestly, the 20th actually. The 20th or the 21st. I'm sorry, the 19th or the 20th. Actually, I'm not streaming the 19th because we got the Union game. So, okay. So yeah, we're not we're not what you call it. We might not play CLG FC again until the 20th of October, 10 days from now. Mainly because I want to upload the backlog of stuff, which, in all honesty, maybe we could probably play it next week in the middle of the week. Because I have 2 videos from tonight, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I think that one's uploaded, so that might be 8. So by Thursday of next week, I'll need episodes to upload again. I'll be through the backlog. So we might do that. We might just we might run it down on Thursday next week. Always a possibility. Seattle beat the Union 2-0. The West Ham season is over. Powder's been sacked by Philadelphia. Paul Barrow if I look at the job advert, right? No. Is it the job center that I have to look at? Um, or is it in the staff? It's in the job center, isn't it? Fuck, I didn't want to go there. I might though, just for the sake of it, real quick. Job center. Uh, the union. Where is the union? Uh, Nation. There we go. Orlando City. Mateo Carranza is the number one. Guys, you got to hire somebody good, man. You can't keep fucking around with managers. That's all they've done, the union, in this save the last 4 or 5 seasons is just fuck around with managers. And it's like, guys, you have got to get it right because you're not going anywhere right now. The club just is not going anywhere. And I understand it's very difficult, but just you got to do something. You can't just not win all the time. I mean, it's an American sports. You can't just not win all the time, but still. That is news, which means we're going to take over to the 21st, which means we're going to have a look at who wins the FA Cup or who won the FA Cup. And then we are going to scoot on out of here. We have some options for you guys. Um, but we'll see. I don't think I have enough viewers to raid me, so we might just stay with. It's still Sunday. Fuck up. Come on, man. Tick over to Monday, will you? I don't need to know that there's a training schedule for the next 2 weeks. God, we're in the off season, brother. You don't need to send me that email at 11 o'clock at night on a Sunday, man. You just need to enjoy your vacation, brother. Come on. We should be ticking over though. It was 2,300 in the game, 2,300 Sunday night. So there's the tick. Where's the tick over? Give me which we could have looked at the FA Cup anyway, but I'd rather actually just get the Monday and have the new week start, and then we're good to go. Champions League final would be Saturday or Sunday, 26th or 27th. We'll take a look at that as well. That's definitely going to be in the next episode of the Champions League final. Same with Europa League final, Conference League final, all of that jazz, right? So there is that. There's the autosave, which means we are going to tick over, which means I am going to show you who wins the FA Cup, and then we are out of here. There we go. So, who has won the FA Cup is the question. If I go down here to leagues and focused, and I go to City, City beat Bournemouth in the FA Cup final, which means that Villa are going to get the Europa League instead. Liverpool have gotten the Conference League. Chelsea have not gotten anything because Manchester United has beaten Stuttgart in the Europa League final, which robs a Champions League place from Spurs. And unbelievable. So this is pure lunacy, man. Oh my lord. So Chelsea was set to get the Conference League. Liverpool were set to get Europa League. Villa were locked into Europa League pretty much, right? And Tottenham were in the Champions League spot. But because you can only have so many nations in the Champions League, Man United have won the Europa League, which has robbed a spot from Tottenham in the Champions League and has kicked Liverpool down to the Conference League, and it's robbed Chelsea a spot in Europe altogether. Chelsea needs the coefficient just to get into the Conference League, and Tottenham need to get back into the Champions League. So Liverpool need it just to get back into the Europa League. So there is a chance that all that works out, but that is incredible. It means, sadly for Villa, it means they will not get a Champions League spot for finishing fifth, even if the coefficient comes through, because Man United have won the Europa League over Stuttgart. So let me save the game, and then we'll check the Conference League real quick while we're here. I mean, fuck, we might as well. I only have 2-minute 27 until the ads start, so might as well check the Conference League. Let's go to Europe club competitions. Nope. International. No, where the fuck is it, man? It's Europe, right? Club competitions, UEFA Conference League. It is Chelsea versus Malmo. So Chelsea can actually beat Malmo, which would bump them up to the Europa League, which would bump Villa out of the Europa League into the Conference League probably, and it would bump Liverpool out of the. I don't know if that's true. That might not even be true. But I mean, shit could get wild. We'll put it that way. Lastly, very lastly, who is in the Champions League final? The Champions League final is Newcastle and Tottenham. So Tottenham have to win to get back in the Champions League next season. Would that rob a spot from Arsenal? That might rob a spot from Arsenal. I don't know. That's crazy. Anyway, we're out of here. That is it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in hopefully tomorrow's stream for Action Time and a little bit of a different game. Actually, a lot of a different game, but we'll be there. Until then, thank you so much for thank you Guja for the rain as well, and that is it. We are back tomorrow. Uh, we are gonna raid Vivid Dark. Give her some love. She's playing a demo. It's a brand new game she's been asked to play test. For those of you on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. This was CLG FC episode 116.1. We'll see you in 116.7 next time. Until then, take care.